I watched her walk away, heels hammering the marble floor like a gavel sentencing me to irrelevance. She loved scenes, public ones. Her power wasn't in leadership. It was in humiliation. The interns stared at me, waiting for me to crack. I didn't. I just exhaled once, slow and measured. $5 million. One international deal. And a woman who thought fear was the only form of currency. She had no clue I'd already stopped fearing her. She had no clue today was the day everything shifted. Backstory setup: why it hurt. When she'd first hired me, she'd been almost kind. Or maybe she just needed someone to do the work she didn't want to admit she couldn't do. Back then, she called me sharp, promising, indispensable. She'd clap me on the shoulder and say we were building something together. She promised partnership, mentorship, mutual growth. I believed her. That's the worst part. Not the insults. Not the sabotage. It's that I trusted her once. I saw a future there, one where hard work meant advancement, not exploitation. But kindness was just the bait she used to reel in loyalty she could later weaponize. Discovery of betrayal: the shift was subtle at first. A file missing from my desk. A meeting rescheduled without my knowledge. A credit removed from a presentation I'd built. Then bigger things. She started taking my ideas and presenting them as her own. She blamed me for delays she caused. She whispered to the VP that I seemed off, overwhelmed, not leadership material. But the day she left her office door half open, that's when it snapped into clarity. I walked by, holding a stack of reports, and heard her laugh. He's not worth promoting. He's serviceable. Placeholder. Plus, the way he talks, he'll never impress anyone important. Anyone important. Like the CEO she was about to meet. Like the man who happened to share my last name. Shift in mindset: the plan begins. That was the moment I stopped being hurt and started taking notes. I learned her patterns, her insecurities, her pressure points, everything she relied on to prop up her fragile authority. And then the email arrived from my brother. He wrote, "Bring your boss to the negotiation. It'll be interesting." He didn't say why. He didn't need to. We understood each other. We always had. I didn't tell him about her insults. I didn't need to tell him she hated me. He'd see it. He'd read her like an accountant reads debt. Clearly, unforgivingly. So I planned. Not emotionally. Strategically. Step by step. Execution of the plan: I let her think she'd broken me. Head down. Quiet. Yes, ma'am. I let her walk past me without acknowledgement. I let her steal the prep materials I'd crafted for the meeting, because every word, every graph, every carefully curated data point was designed to expose her. She didn't know the numbers had been updated yesterday. She didn't know her version was outdated. She didn't know the client had shifted priorities, and the new proposal needed a completely different approach. But I knew, and my brother knew. I booked my own flight, with my own money, showed up early, sat in the back of the conference center where she couldn't see me, and waited. Climax and confrontation: she walked into that meeting like royalty entering a coronation. However, coronations require crowns, and she didn't realize hers was made of papier-mâché. My brother greeted her with polite distance, the kind you reserve for someone you're about to dismantle. She launched into the pitch. She used my slides, my outdated slides. She quoted numbers that were already obsolete. My brother let her finish the entire presentation. He didn't interrupt. He didn't correct her. He just let her talk herself deeper into a grave she'd spent months digging. Then he said calmly, "Your data is 6 weeks old." Her face drained. She stammered something about her associate preparing it. That's when I stepped into the room. Slow, quiet, controlled. Her eyes widened like she'd seen a ghost. I clicked the remote and pulled up the updated deck, the real one. The one she didn't know existed. "I prepared both versions," I said, my voice steady. "This is the one I intended to present." My brother added, "We were expecting him, not you. He's the strategic mind we want to partner with." Her jaw trembled. Her facade cracked. And in that fracture, I saw the truth. She wasn't powerful. She was terrified. Resolution and emotional release. She didn't speak to me after. She couldn't. Not with the VP calling her every 5 minutes asking why the biggest deal of the quarter had slipped through her fingers and landed in mine. I didn't gloat, didn't brag, didn't need to. The silence between us was victory enough. Back at the office, she avoided my eyes. I walked past her with the same calm she once mistook for weakness. She'd built her career on intimidation. I built mine on strategy. And strategy always wins in the long run. So when she passed me in the hallway, pale and trembling, I simply said the same words I'd whispered in that glass conference room. Good luck in the meeting. This time, she understood what I meant.